right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the ready. 45, Mike, 45. Hey, pick your game up. Check. Check out.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Brissett sets to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Come on. Mike, get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
They go play action with Brissett. Sliding out of the pocket. Gates with a grab. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the second-year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
On second down, here's Smith. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Exit, look for.
Throwing, Brissett. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
21. Hey, team 6.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Stocker's got it, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. So they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Try to punch it in with Smith. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. 7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down, it's Hines. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, Hines. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
On second down now, it's Smith. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He's got Smith here. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A first down carry for Smith. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Hey, express! Hey, you!
On third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 16.
We're closing in on halftime, and that's Julio's first catch of the game. That's got to be a surprise for not just us, but even the defense, who's done a heck of a job taking him away from the Falcons.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run with Hines. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike, 45. It's been a long day for you.
3rd and short yardage for Sam. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Ready. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Play action. Ryan. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
On second down now, it's Smith.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Hey, stop. 58 to Mike. 58.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Switch it, Phil. Switch it. 39. Show it up. Let it go.
They'll run it again with Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Ready. I got you, son. Get up.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a game of 4.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Brissett rolling to his right. He's got Jack Doyle. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Ready. Check. 51. Down. General West. Bravo.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On play action, Brissett. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll roll him out right, and that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Here's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even...
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with the second score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think that. I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Shit! Watch the shit! 58! Switch!
Again, it's Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Falcons on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They run again with Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Brissett to throw on 1st. Then he finds Beasley, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brissett sets to throw it. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Brissett on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Well, there's no doubt about it because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job,
play.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Atlanta, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.